It is a BKFC featherweight Howard HD. Davis coming off another big win for you, a big finish, first round, BKFC 49. And man, these fights just keep getting shorter and shorter. This was 70 seconds is all it took. So give me your thoughts on what was a pretty spectacular win.
My thoughts are just actually very happy with the end result. Everything I worked on in camp, the actual shot, the knockout shot, I called it all camp. Before the fight, we weigh in, and then we give them our prediction and what combination or punch we're going to knock them out with, or how we think the fight's going to go. So I was talking to Chris, lights out, and I was telling him the right uppercut's going to be the finisher. So to manifest it, bust my ass and work on it, do it in sparring, and to come to the fight and execute it is like top tier. It's like I don't think that's probably the best feeling I've had getting a knockout because I called it. And I'm not saying every other knockout was lucky, but to say you're gonna do something, then do it, and the shit happened and it plays in like slow motion in your head. You're like, oh shit, it's crazy. It's like, yo, I really like I did what I said I was gonna do. You know, that shit's hard to just. Cause obviously your opponent's not gonna sit there and just let you do it. So it's like, it's dope. It was dope.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute highlight reel finish for anybody that didn't see it. The right uppercut landed clean. What was it about that? How was it? I mean, was it something you were working on at camp, or was it just something when you sized them up, you felt like it? Like, why did you think the right uppercut's going to be the one?
In camp, during my last few camps, I've been sparring and I've been landing like really nice counter uppercuts. And like, yeah, last time I got a jab knockout. I got the overhand right knockout. I'm like, whoa, I don't have an uppercut knockout. I want an uppercut knockout. So I'm like, let me, make it a good variety. Let me, give the fans everything. And I think one of my friends hit me up a few weeks before the fight. He's like, yo, bro, like, throw an uppercut, bro. I want to see you throw an uppercut or some shit. And I was like, I do throw uppercuts. I don't throw them with, I guess I don't throw them with the intent of knocking somebody out, but I've thrown a few, like against Jimmy Rivera. I landed an uppercut with my right hand, but my hand was in bad condition. I landed it, and I kind of almost quit during the fight because I landed it, and then the shot that hit my arm so hard, I really wanted to just drop my arm and leave it hanging. But if I do that, I lose the fight. So I landed uppercuts in the past, and I don't know if it's because of surgery, but certain punches hurt a little bit more. So I kind of like moved away from the uppercut. But then boom, this opportunity came, and the uppercut felt amazing. I'm like, yo, I can do this. I can do this. I can do it. And it happened.
That was awesome, man. It was a spectacular finish. You mentioned the hand. I did notice some ice on the right hand afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any lingering issues? I mean, I know how tough it is in BKFC, or was that just being precautious?
No, it's all of us. If you go in there, if you whether you have a first round knockout or a 5 round fight, it's knuckle on bone. A person faces tough. If you hit the head the wrong way, our hands swell up. So it was just some ice to get the swelling down. Because what I knocked him out with was that uppercut. The jab is crazy because if you watch the replay, I throw the jab and I didn't throw it to land it. I threw it and put it right in front of his eyes to blind him. Then I threw the uppercut. So it's just a lot of technical stuff that people don't see. Like if I wanted to, I could have hit him with the jab, but then it could have knocked his head off the line of the uppercut. If you really watch the clip, watch it. I stopped the jab right at his face and then throw the right hand. So it's like the jab didn't get used too much. I think I landed a hook. And like a few jabs before that, like before we got to that sequence, I hit him with a jab right by his eye, and I can tell he was affected by it. He touched it with his hand. So the left hand was good. I finished him with the right, so it obviously took a little bit more damage, but it's good.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Well, yeah, I got to ask because listen, 3-0 now in a 4-month span, all 3 knockouts. I mean, from a professional standpoint, I can't imagine you're any higher than you've ever been. I mean, what has this stretch meant for you as an athlete?
It's been big. This stretch came right after the doctor stopped me from doing what I had to do. I had a fight last year that unfortunately got called before it should have been called. I had a little blood, I had a cut, but that's usual. And they gave it to the dude, and the dude ended up going to go fight for the title, which I don't really understand that either. Now that I think about it, like he came into BKFC, got his jaw broke by a person that I beat by unanimous decision, and he's 0-1, and then he fights one dude, and then he's 1-1, and he fights me, get the doctor stoppage, and then fights for a title. That's kind of weird. I had more fights than that, and I was #1 ranked, and I didn't fight for a title. So it's like it just I don't know if it was politics or they wanted two Montana boys to fight in Montana and sell it out. I don't know, but it just seemed kind of sketchy to me. You know what I mean, man? Not no shade to BKFC, but like it just doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't. But he wasn't even. I don't think Louis was even ranked number 5 or number 4 or anything like that. He just jumped the rankings from the win over me, I guess, and they let him. At first, my thing is they didn't have a rush to crown a champion when I was ranked number 1, when I was beating everybody. As soon as I take the Dr. Stoppers loss, now, they fight for the belt. Guy had, I think, 3 fights, 4 fights. I get that, but I don't get Louis getting a shot. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you laid out some of the scenario that probably factored into it was where the fight was and all that. But here's what I'll say now. I don't see how you can be denied at this point. I mean, I don't understand how it could be anything else other than you fighting for a title next. So have you started to have those discussions? Have you started to have those talks? Because, again, no disrespect to anybody else in the division, but I just don't see how you're not fighting for the belt next.
I appreciate your honest take on that. And that's how a lot of people feel. Fighters in the weight class, that's my future opponents feel that way. But bare knuckles pushing who they want to push. First it was that, now they pushing El Gallo, which that's a former stablemate. That's like my brother. We're cool as hell, and no shot to him. But he has 3 fights at lightweight. He's 3-0, 3 knockouts in lightweight. Now he's 2-0, 2 knockouts in featherweight. And they post him calling out Kai. But after my fight, Dave Feldman looked at me and did the belt gesture. I did it back to him. During my walk out of the ring, I called out Kai and I called out Louis. I said, I'm coming for them. That doesn't get posted. So it's like they're not putting me at the forefront of the call outs and stuff. Like, that's not my thing anyway. I don't talk shit and call people out. Like, they send a contract, I sign it, I go whoop somebody else. That's it. But at the end of the day, like, why is another person that's fresh in the division getting pushed more than me or Brandon Allen that's put in so much work into the featherweight division? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know if it's, like I say, politics. I don't know if it's money. If that's it's money over skills, and that's not to say Brian doesn't have skills, but it's like just like overall everything. If you look at the complete fighters and certain stuff that's happening with the opposition that we're facing, they're different levels. So it's like people not getting rewarded for the work that they're putting in, and that's just messed up. You can't get a person that comes from a different weight class and he didn't get a title shot at that weight class. He's not ranked at that weight class, to then jump him in a new weight class. He's not ranked in that weight class either, and then jump him to a title shot over people that's been grinding and busting their ass. Come on, bro. I done fought through injury. I done fought through cuts, bullshit, stoppages. I done fought UFC vet. I done did everything these people have asked me to do. If I don't get a shot, it's like what am I fighting for? I'm not here to just collect bodies and not get rewarded for it. I'm deserving of the belt more than anybody else, even the champ. So it's like, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? How am I not getting pushed to, the stuff I'm saying? How is it not out there?
Yeah, I agree. Listen, man, the rankings say it, the results you're getting say it. So it seems to make sense. So if they ask me, I'll put in a word for you, man.
Thank you so much. It's the fact does rankings matter? Because like, even I'm gonna give another example. I don't even take up a lot of time, but just to Tom Scholes, he just retired. He just fought my boy. He's had a lot of fights. He's done his thing, but he also has a lot of losses. His record isn't that good. How did he jump? He would think he was ranked number 5, maybe number 4. How did he jump to fight Palomino when there's other people that's more suited to fight Palomino? Like, Lily fought Palomino after, and Lily's like 8-1 or something like that. I get that, but how a person that's barely even get a title shot? Like, what about if he was ranked 5 or number 4? What about the other 3 people that's in the white lightweight division? Why didn't they get the title shot? So it's not making sense. Why do we have rankings if they don't mean shit? How did Louis end up fighting for the belt? How did Louis end up even fighting me? That's the funny thing about it. Dude is 1-1, and he came and fought me, and I'm the number 1 ranked dude, and I didn't fight nobody else ranked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like, the matchmaker is just like hot potato, and he just like, if I like this person, I like this person. If this person's hot right now, or he makes ticket sales, let's give him the fucking shot. Even though these other people busting their fucking ass, let's give him the shot just because. That's not cool, bro.
Well, look, 3-0, 3 knockouts, man. I don't think they can deny you much more. Hey, listen, I do want to ask you as well. Professionally, everything's flowing. I know you were fighting with a heavy heart, man. Personally, I know you had to sacrifice a lot during training, even just getting to the fight. So have you had an opportunity to step back and I don't know, process everything and get through everything, or is that still a work in progress right now?
Not so much of processing it because right after my fight Friday is like didn't even really get to celebrate. Saturday I had the viewing for my friend, and then my son's birthday was Friday of the fight, and I didn't get to see him. So Saturday I went to the viewing, and I got my son and I got my daughter, and we went out to like off the wall and stuff. I just spent time with them because when you hurt and you're going through stuff, spending time with your kids and seeing them smile and seeing them happy really helps you out. And like I said, it was his birthday, so I had to make up for it. And then the next day I had the funeral, and then yesterday I had to go to the burial. So there's really like no time to process everything. Like everything still seems so fake, and just being at the funeral and they calling the whole football team up, and we getting on stage and our team captain saying words. It just surreal. Like it still don't feel real. People don't understand that us fighters, we carry a lot more than the regular person. It's a lot more mentally and like on physical. So it's a lot weighing on you, but you can't make excuses. You gotta go through it, even if you're not 100% there all the time. And you just gotta give your words to God and hope that He can get you through the hardships, and He can get the family through the hardships. And you just pray that your brother and everybody that you've lost, is in heaven, smiling down on you, and then they're at peace.
That's well said, man. I know you've battled through your share of challenges and continue to have your dreams set high to take care of your family, man. So I
Thank
guess ideally, let's. How does this go? I mean, do you need some time? We talked about how amazing this stretch has been, but do you need some time off to rest and heal and process, or is it like let's just get a title fight booked right away? Let's go.
I'm ready for Kai whenever he'll have me. Whenever the great state of Montana wants me to scroll through and take his head off, I'll be out there. Be out there either with some friends and some families from Florida. I'll be out there by my damn self because I go in the ring. I go in the ring with myself and my angels. So that's all I can do. I can say I want to fight right now. I can say I want to fight tomorrow, but it's not on me. It's all on bare knuckle. They just posted the thing with El Gallo calling out Kai. I know that's their version of them trying to push for the fight. But hey, man, I don't got too much more in me. Like I don't got too much more disrespect in me to take the disrespect that like I'm not getting what I'm due. I'm not here to lay out my life, lay out my skin, lay out my hands to just keep fighting and not getting rewarded for it. It's not like I'm making more or I'm making less or anything like that. It's like we all fight for a purpose. I fight for my kids, and me getting that belt is going to obviously trickle down on them, and they're going to see what it's like for a person to chase their dream and complete it and become a champion and be able to take care of his family. I'm trying to do that. So this isn't just solely about me. They're not just stepping on me; they're stepping on the people I fight for. So I'm taking it as disrespect now. My hands will probably never be the same after I get finished with this bare knuckle stuff. So I'm risking a lot, just like everybody else. So if I'm doing that and I'm showing results and I'm doing everything you guys telling me to do, I'm fighting how you guys want me to fight, even though it's not always my style. I'm fighting with injuries. I'm doing a lot that a lot of other fighters haven't done. And it's like, yeah, let's tip our hat to this guy, and let's get this guy the opportunity he earned. I'm not begging for it. It's not something I don't deserve. I deserve it. So
Well said. You can't make the case any better than that. I agree, HD. I think the title happens, man. I think the title shot should be next, but I guess we'll pay attention to the calendar and whatever it is, man. We'll definitely watch one way or the other.
thank you so much for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.